I didn't click on that! This is like, okay. I don't have a problem with this right now. Not at the current moment. Oh, the fact that he put back Dryden's annoying. I wonder if he just goes Dryden first immediately. I'm curious. Let's see what he makes. If you don't make Dryden first, you lose the game, buddy. I'm telling you this right now. You have to make Dryden right now. Actually, even at that, he doesn't. Battle phase. Huh? Okay, we just don't like Zeus here. We don't play... Zeus is for losers. Who likes Zeus? Zeus is cringe, man. Why would you make Zeus? Buddy, you're dead. Diamond, by the way. We survive unless this card in hand is a salad card. They're not gonna do good plays. Come on, man. Why would they make a good play? That would be cringe. He's not gonna make the right play. He's gonna make Sunlight Wolf pass. You already know. Don't worry about it, chat.
Just don't panic, chat.
Don't worry about it.
Wow, yeah, bring back Spinny. Okay, now Link for Sunlight.
No, he's probably... If he goes Splash Mage, we scoop. If he doesn't go Splash Mage, we're good.
Because Splashlight leads to access.
Yes. But it's okay. They're not going to do it. It's fine. They're bad. They're dog shit at the game. No, he's not going to go Splash Mage, chat. He's not going to make Splash Mage.
If he's...
Look, it's Sunlight Wolf. Watch.
Stream sniping.
Watch. Fuck.
Stream sniping.
Yeah, it's sniper. Exactly.
He's stream sniping.
He's sniping, chat.
Yeah,
he didn't
took him
know.
A second, that's
he
why.
didn't know, but he was listening to chat to know what to do. Exactly. Laura understands. Round 4, played against Fluanderies, had a 15-minute judge call. Game was overall a mess, and we ended up drawing, and I went 2-1-1. I had a 15-minute judge call versus Fluanderies. Allow me to explain what happened. Here's what happens. So he has the map on board, and he has Rabina and a set back row, and he passes on that. I don't remember what my board was, but I had a Sarama on board. I normal summon Rakea. He goes map effect. I go chain Rakea, target Sarama. So my Sarama dies, and then he resolves the map summoning the Toucan. It's my turn, so I go Sarama Chainlink 1, and he goes Toucan Chainlink 2, targeting M-Pen. And I say, okay. He picks up the M-Pen that he has banished, puts it in his hand, shuffles around his hand a bit, looks around at the board, and then I ask him, am I good to summon? Like, am I good to summon with my Rakea? Am I good to resolve? Am I good to summon? And he says, yeah. So I pick up my deck, and while I'm looking through my deck to resolve my Sarama, he says, oh, also, I'm going to summon off Toucan. And I said, well, no, I just asked you if I'm good to summon, and you said, yeah, meaning you're done resolving your effect, so I can resolve my effect. And then he's like, well, no, I wasn't done resolving my effect, like, and all this stuff. And I'm just, like, in a situation like this, I never just, like, argue with my opponent, because there's no point in it. I just go, tell you what, we'll call a judge. Call judge. Judge comes over. So I explained to the judge what happened. I explained, like, Sarama 1, Toucan 2, he targeted his M-Pen, added back the M-Pen, looked around the board a bit and whatever, so he didn't seem like he was going to summon from hand. So I asked him, am I good to summon? And he said yes, to which I picked up my deck, wanted to go resolve my effect. And then after I picked up my deck, he says, oh, also I'm going to summon with Toucan. And then I told him that he can't, because at this point we've resolved Chainlink 2, the summoning is optional. So I was at Chainlink 1, you know? And then the judge listens to my opponent's side of the story, and my opponent's telling him how I didn't ask if I was good to resolve my effect, nor did I ask him if his card resolved fully. He's telling the judge that I asked my opponent, if he had any response to Sarama. And I literally said, at this point, I'm like, I know the basics of the game. I know full well that neither player is allowed to activate a card or effect while a chain is resolving. Why on earth would I ask you if you have a response to Sarama if, first of all, I know the chain is Sarama 1, Toucan 2, so you can't respond to Sarama anymore. You could respond to the Toucan before you resolved it. And second of all, why would I ask you if you have a response while a chain is resolving? That makes no sense. The floor judge says I will allow him to resolve his Toucan. In a situation like this, I don't argue, I just say appeal. I just ask for an appeal. Because there's no point with arguing with a judge after they've issued a ruling. If they issue a ruling, it is what it is, you appeal. So I appealed. The appeal took a minute, which is why it was 15 minutes. I think the head judge was like busy taking another call or something like that. The head judge walks over, listens to both sides of our story again. And it was a mess. Like, I kept interrupting him, he kept interrupting me, because at this point, like, both of us were pretty flustered. But the thing is, I think the main issue was that the judge, like, understood the scenario that was going on, and also understood that, like, my opponent didn't fully grasp what the situation was. Because he kept saying, oh, like, I used Toucan Chainlink 1, he changed Sarama Chainlink 2. And then I was saying, no, Sarama was Chainlink 1. And then he says, I summoned Toucan, and he changed the effect to pop the Sarama. And I'm like, no, the effect to pop the Sarama was on the chain before. Like, I kept having to correct him on pretty much unimportant details of the story. But they were details of the story that make the basics of, like, what's happening, like, clear. So, yeah, so my opponent, and then, like, so the judge literally said to my opponent, and the words, I loved this. The judge said to my opponent, he said, okay, so from my perspective, and he's speaking to my opponent, he says, your story doesn't make any sense because you're defending the fact that your opponent would have asked you if you have a response while a chain is resolving, which both players should be fully aware that neither player is able to activate cards or effects while a chain is resolving. So there's no reason for your opponent to be asking you that question if, like, the chain is resolving. Which I'm like, yes, thank you, Judge. That is correct. There is no reason for me to ask that question. The head judge ended up ruling in my favor, ruling that the Toucan cannot summon from hand because we've moved past that point. I summon a bomb, discard a card, pop, like, his back row, I think, and then I just swing him for game. So I won game 1. Game 2 I lost pretty handily because Fluanderies is just a difficult matchup. What do you do if a floor judge tries to deny your appeal? They can't deny your appeal. At a regional or whatever, a floor judge can never deny your appeal. If they say, no, I'm going to deny it, you said you're not allowed to deny it, get me the head judge. And what if they don't get the head judge? I understand they aren't allowed to, but some people are silly. Actually, that happened to a friend of mine. Did I ever tell you that story? A friend of mine appealed a regional, a ruling at a regional one time. The floor judge came by and gave a ruling, which was an incorrect ruling, and my friend was fully aware of that because my friend is really knowledgeable about rulings. And the floor judge gave him an incorrect ruling, and my friend appealed, but it was my friend's first regional. The floor judge walks up to the front, comes back a couple minutes later, says, yeah, I asked the head judge, and he says that I'm right. And my friend didn't know, like, that you know, the head judge would have come to your table or whatever, anything like that. So it was just like, okay, yeah, whatever. It ended up, I don't remember if it ended up mattering or something, but when he told me this after the match, I was like, wait. Who was the floor judge that said that? So he pointed me the floor judge, and then I walked up to the head judge myself, and I said, yo, did this judge come to you with an appeal this round? And he says, no, he didn't. Why? I was pissed. I was livid. They didn't ask shit, bro. He gets appealed on a wrong ruling, comes back and just says, yeah, my ruling's right. Yeah, my ruling's right. I was mad, dude. I was mad, chat. Some crazy shit, man. That's some really, really wild shit. Now, he had a response time after 4 summons, so it's not nib. Chat, this is incredibly toxic.
Oh.
DD Crow.
Okay. Okay.
Ah, yes, No, what the fuck? Dude, I didn't click on that. Oh, my God. Dude. Now that was the worst misclick of my entire life, dude.